The holidays are here. Do you have your shopping done? Why not take a chance and participate in PCT's annual telethon? We've got great holiday deals. Bid to win a variety of items from the best hotspots around Pacifica. Win dinner from great restaurants, spa treatments, sports memorabilia, and many other one-of-a-kind treats. There is something for everyone on your list. Support your community voice December 7th and 8th from 5 to 10 at PCT Channel 26 and 27 and on PacificCoast.tv.
That's right, folks. It is the PCT Red Carpet Auction coming at you again, this time for 2019. Can you believe it? The holidays are upon us. My name is Marty Anaya, and I am joined by
Michelle Barbadillo.
Hi, Michelle. How are you, dear?
I'm doing great.
Michelle's been rocking it. Michelle's one of our interns over here at PCT, and one of the things that your support by bidding and getting items at our holiday auction affords us, is the ability to train wonderful interns like Michelle here. Now, Michelle, since you've been at PCT, what have you been learning?
A lot about hosting, for one.
Oh, yeah.
And editing and just what it takes to make a strong production.
Absolutely. And, you know, again, it's not just so that we can train young people. It is certainly a vocational training opportunity, but it's also so that we can support our community. It's public education and government TV supporting the hopes and dreams of this Coastside here in San Mateo. And of course, you know, as the oldest community TV station in the United States, we're also really kind of a forerunner and a supporter of all things all over the place. In other words, community media all over the world. So folks, sit back, relax, strap on your seatbelts. We're going to talk a little bit here. Now, I don't have anything really prepared for this show, Michelle, but I do want to say that it is going to be a rip-roaring good time on December 7th and 8th. So again, get your calendars ready, right? December 7th and 8th. What time do we start on Saturday night the 7th, Michelle?
So on Saturday night the 7th, we go from 5 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, December 8th, we go from 6 to 11 p.m.
And any idea, any kind of hallucination as to why we do that from 5 to 10 and then 6 to 11?
Well, it's around the dinner time. You know, you're just trying to relax.
Yeah. Well, so actually on Saturday night, people are kind of, you know, they're going to go out later. So we think we'll start it a little bit earlier on Saturday. On Sunday, we know they're going to be home. So we're just going to get you from 6 o'clock. So 5 to 10, Saturday the 7th, and then 6 to 11 on Sunday night the 8th, okay? Now, Michelle, you have been helping me put together the list of auction items. What has been jumping out at you? We've got 120 auction items, and we've got a couple of special items, one of which I'm going to talk about in a moment. But what has been jumping out for you at this auction that we're going to have this coming weekend, December 7th and 8th?
I do see a lot of gift cards to wineries, some wine tastings, and some great restaurants like Valimar Station, you know. We also see, let's see, what else do we have?
What would be something that you would see that you would, you know, if you weren't working the auction, or even if you are, you can, because as long as you're not in this room, you can bid. So anybody even in the building, as long as they're not in the studio here, they can bid. But what would be something that you might think, you know, maybe somebody should buy that for me?
I want to say like La Nebbia Winery. I've seen, and like that's a really good deal.
Actually, you know, I've been to La Nebbia Winery. La Nebbia Winery is in Half Moon Bay, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, Michelle, it's a good time.
Oh, great! And then I also see lots of great jewelry as well.
Oh, really?
So you have
like what, for example?
You have Goldworks jewelry. You have Pacifica Sea Glass. And she does a lot of great work with sea glass that's on the beach.
That is absolutely true. She's amazing. Her name is Cheryl Amateur, and Cheryl does do a lot of wonderful sea glass things. But what's this Goldworks? Goldworks is in Half Moon Bay, right?
Goldworks is in Half Moon Bay.
So if you've never seen Goldworks, they do a lot of stuff, and they are pretty much Half Moon Bay, the Coastside's jeweler. So we're going to have a very, very special piece. And once again, all this information, if you want to get more information, we're going to be putting it up as we can on our website, so you can get a little bit more information ahead of time. And that's at 650-355-8000. That's the number to call. But the website is www.pacificcoast.tv. And by the way, I mean, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at previous auctions, but how can you imagine the auction works? I just kind of threw out there the phone number, but how do you think it works?
I know that there's a line of people. You do have two great hosts,
right?
Sort of promoting every product.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you've got people calling, and so there's a whole line of people set up with telephones.
Absolutely. So we've got a phone bank, and it's and here's the beauty of it, folks. You just sit at home in your PJs if you want. Who cares? You're at home, right? Or if you want, let's say you go out. Let's say you want to go out to the store, or maybe you want to go to the movies or whatever. You take the auction with you, and we're going to be every hour. We're going to bring up 12 new items. So there'll be 60 items total on Saturday night, and then 60 items total on Sunday night. And every hour will be 12 new items. And at the end of each hour, we wrap those boards. So each board consists of 4 items on it. So it's 3 boards of 4 items apiece. So, for example, if you got board number 1, and then you've got 4 items on that board, you might see a winery, you might see a restaurant, you might see something like Goldworks or some sort of piece of jewelry or whatever. There'll be 4 items on that, and then they'll auction those off, then go to the next board, then go to the next board. But it takes about an hour to do it. And the other thing that I'm really excited about is that in between, while we're auctioning off these items and while you're getting excited about the stuff that's coming up, we're going to entertain you. Now, Michelle, you were out there with me when we got some of the interviews of some of these entertainment figures that are going to be out with us.
Oh, for sure.
That we're going to be showing you on this weekend. Who are some of the people that we're going to be interviewing on and showing folks on December 7th and 8th?
You do have Claudia Wells, and if you don't know who she is, she's actually from the first Back to the Future movie, and she's Marty McFly's girlfriend.
That's right.
Yeah, and she was great. She's very nice. And then you have Thomas Ian Nicholas. He's from American Pie. He's sort of like a Renaissance man. He's a director. He's an actor. He can sing. He can play the guitar. You have Sammy Levine. He's from Freaks and Geeks, and he's also from Inglourious Bastards. And
all kinds of people.
Yes.
Even Flash Gordon.
Yes,
Sam
Flash Gordon.
Jones himself,
That's very
Flash Gordon. We're gonna have an interview with.
Yes, and he's very lively. You're gonna have a good time just watching the interview.
You're gonna have a great time just watching this auction. We're gonna be bringing in some singers, some people who perform. Maybe if we're lucky, we might even get a comedian or two. Bottom line is we're going to entertain you. And by the way, if you want to help us and maybe come in on the phone banks, maybe you run a local nonprofit or whatever, it's still not too late. You can participate. Just give us a call right at that number on the bottom of your screen. It's 650-355-8000. Or if there's a last minute item that maybe you want to donate, maybe you're a local business, maybe we can still squeeze it in depending on when you're watching this. It's 650-355-8000. Otherwise, we definitely need you to tune in. Now, getting back to some of the items. So again, we've talked about the why. We've talked about why it's important to support community media. But before I get back to the items, let me just ask you this question. In your own, your own idea, your own estimation, Michelle, why do you think it's important to support community media?
Because we keep the Coastside updated,
That's right.
And it's really important to know what's going on in your community and what you can do to kind of help the community. You see a lot of positive changes in Pacifica and Half Moon Bay because of these community meetings.
That's so true. And all up and down the Coastside, from Half Moon Bay, Montera, you name it, all the way down to Pescadero, all the way to the border of Santa Cruz. What we're doing is helping people stay connected. I'll tell you this, there are people that are in situations where maybe English is not their first language. What we are able to do is give them vital information, sometimes in their own language, Spanish, other languages, that helps them understand more about the resources that are available to them. And this happens, we help out, Coastside Seniors, we help out Pacifica Resource Center, all the folks in Half Moon Bay, in Montera, on the Mid-Coast, all the way down and all the way up to the border of Daly City. So that's why you want to do it. But some more auction items, let me think. Before I say that, the one thing I like to say about this auction is skip Black Friday, right?
Yes.
Do your stuff with us, and give me a reason why. What are some of the auction items that you think might be hot sellers? Did you know about that one that I was did I tell you about that one that we're going to get in the Tahoe Truckee House?
Yes, you have Half Moon Bay Lodging, and that's like a one-night stay at a great hotel.
That's right. Zabala House.
Zabala
That's another
House
one.
is one. That's another.
So if you got relatives coming in, or maybe you're not even on the Coastside. Maybe you live somewhere else. We always think that we're just promoting to the Coastside, but people watch us from all over the world.
Yes.
So if you want to come down here and stay, this would be a good way to do it. So Zabala House. What did you say? What was the other one you said?
Half Moon Bay Lodging.
Half Moon Bay.
Yes.
And what else?
Cameron's Inn.
Ooh, yeah, Cameron's Inn and Pub. That's a good one. And the one I was excited about. What? Go ahead. You first. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you should announce it.
All right. I was just going to say it's the Tahoe Truckee Vacation Home for 12. All right. Now here's the deal, folks. Sometimes people are sleeping on this stuff, meaning that sometimes they're not really thinking, hey, wait a minute, I might get a steal here. If you ever wanted to take a vacation in style at a home, a beautiful, gorgeous home right on the lake that sleeps 12, well, guess what? We got your opportunity right here. And I've seen these things go for not $500, $600, $700, $800. I've seen them go for $150 or $200. So you could get some real steals at this auction, some real holiday gift ideas for your family and your friends.
Yes.
So one thing, speaking of real steals, I'm going to show you. Now, Michelle, let me ask you a question. Arjun, I'm going to ask you, maybe if you need to get a little close-up of that. What do you think this is, Michelle?
It seems like a book about the Beatles.
It is definitely a book about the Beatles, but this is part of, now this is called the Beatles Anthology, and I'm just going to open it up at random, to any page at random here. And what this is a beautiful, beautiful big picture book, and it is part of, this book itself is a $60 value, but is what we call Special Item 1, and we're going to be auctioning this off at the auction, and it is part of a $200 value where there are 7, I think, books all about the Beatles. And are you ready? The top bidder is going to get an original 8 days a week, 45 single.
Whoa.
They're going to get the original. I mean, this thing was pressed. I want to say, don't get me wrong, no calls, please. But I think it was 1966. In fact, I think it was August of 1966 is when that single hit the United States, and you will get that. Now, it's a little dog-eared because it's original from 1966, but we've got the Ultimate Beatles fan pack, and again, it's a $200 value, but it's called Special Item 1. Somebody might get that.
Yes.
All kinds of stuff on this thing. And what were we going to say?
Oh yeah, if you're a true Beatles fan, this is where you need to tune in, you know?
You got to, folks. And again, there's all kinds of stuff at this auction. Michelle, tell them again how they can watch the auction or how they can get involved.
All right, so you can go on channel 26 and 27, call 650-355-8000, and tune in December 7th and 8th.
That's right. And if you don't have local cable, if you're not on channel 27 in the Coastside or channel 26 in Pacifica, you can get us worldwide at pacificcoast.tv. That's pacificcoast.tv, folks. This is a televised benefit for PCT. It's the 2019 Red Carpet TV Auction. Michelle, it's been absolutely wonderful working with you. And folks, we'll see you December 7th and 8th, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Don't miss it. See you there.